All right, here we go. So this is another one of 50's cars.
Correct.
Okay, what is this right here?
This is 50 Cent's Lamborghini Aventador S. This is the one that he calls Big Crip. So I'm probably sure that you've seen Snoop Dogg driving this. I'm sure you've seen 50 driving it and a couple other celebrities when he does his huge tycoon weekends. And this is another one of those cars that 50 has that he never drives. And this is one of the ones that I probably changed the battery on this car 3 times. And the reason that you change the battery is usually when 50 just has this car sitting here parking, he doesn't drive it and it just sits there. So I took this car from one of his houses and I've been having it, I kidnapped it and just had it here and I've been taking care of it. Taking it to get his oil changes, taking it to get his services. I've changed the battery 3 times and people just love this vehicle. They love the wrap. He did such a magnificent job with this wrap. Like this is one of the cars that people love to come see. And every once in a while, when a kid is a huge 50 Cent fan, I take him out and I let him sit in the car. I let him do a spin with me in the car. And they just absolutely positively love this car.
Okay, what year is this car?
2020.
It has like a Versace wrap.
It looks like a Versace-esque wrap. Yes,
Versace-esque.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay, now what about the rims? Are these the standard rims?
These are not the standard rims. I don't even know where 50 got these rims for, but people just love the rims. They love the way it sits. I'm not a huge Aventador fan. This is a V12, so it's a big engine, but it's very jerky when it shifts gears. So this is better for you to shift gears on your own. So this is like a paddle shift. A paddle shifter means you shift the gears like this.
Okay, what's the original color of this car?
Can you guess the original color of this car?
I would think black.
Nope.
No?
Original
Why?
color of this car is yellow.
Yellow. Oh, because the interior is yellow also.
The interior is yellow, yeah. So the original car is yellow. So this car was yellow. And whoever did this car did layers of wrap. So if you see it, the car was originally yellow, then they wrapped it blue, and then they put the graphics on it. So this car is just a dope car, man. I mean, and if he was to sell a car, he would have to sell it with the wrap, because I mean, I'm sure somebody would want to buy this with the wrap on the car. This is a lot easier than the Ford GT.
Okay.
So bigger guys can get in this car. You don't need to have your Megan Thee Stallion knees or squats to be able to get in this one. The good thing about this is convertible, all right? So with convertible, you can get in real easy. So I call it the slide in. So what you do is you put one leg in, your ass against the seat, other leg in, and you just kind of just slide down and you're in. It's very simple. You get a lot more room. The seats do move. They are power, so you can move the seats back and forward, unlike the Ford GT where it is no power. So this gives you a little bit, and you feel like you're in a cockpit. Even the way you start it, it's like a jet engine, right? So you have to really pop up the button and then, and there it starts. So the whole thing is really pretty much just like a jet. This is like a fighter jet, and it's a great car. It looks great. Everybody turns to it every time they see it, and it's a beautiful car. Even with this car has about 1,000 miles on it. 50's had this car for about 3-4 years and only 1,000 miles, and I guarantee I put probably 70% of those miles on the car.
What's the retail on this car, like at the time?
Retail on this car was about, I would say anywhere from $480 to $550, depending on options. The replacement is starting at about $699, $750 for the replacement for this. So it's gonna be a very high stick, a very expensive car. This is gonna separate the boys to the men. A lot of people that when they get a Lamborghini, they get the Huracan. Huracan is the smaller version, but I always think if you're gonna get a Lamborghini, the doors have to go up. If the doors don't go up, then why have a Lamborghini? That's how I look at it.
Lamborghini doors is a term.
Lamborghini doors is the thing. That's what makes the doors go up. So that's how I look at Lamborghini, other than the Urus, which is the truck. But if you have a Lamborghini and it's a sports car, the doors have to go up.
Okay, now this is a convertible, but it's not an automatic convertible.
No, this is not a hard top convertible. The convertible top is actually in the trunk. So you have to actually take the trunk out, snap on the left side, snap on the right side. So anytime it rains and you're driving, it's not like you can push a button. You have to actually pull over and put this together like a puzzle piece. For somebody the first time driving, it's very difficult. It's not that easy. It takes time. It's, you know, people think, oh, you just snap it in. No, it's a fucking, like, every time I have to do it, I have to call somebody that owns it to be like, well, how do you do this again? And they have to guide me through it because it's very difficult. It seems like it's 2 pieces and it'll be easy, but it's not that easy.
Right, but it's not actually the trunk, it's the frunk.
It's the frunk, yes.
The frunk, because the trunk is in the front and the engine is in the back.
Correct, and the fact that Vlad said that tells me he owns a Tesla.
So the most important part of a Lamborghini is the engine.
The engine, yes.
Yeah.
And this engine right here is a V12.
Whew.
This is one of them ones. They're gonna stop making V12 shortly, so seeing this and the I guess they call it Revolto or Revoluto, whatever you want to call it. This is like no other. A V12, I mean, as you see, they have the straps in to make sure it stays in place, and this is like no other. I mean, this is a V12. You hardly see it in cars, and I'm sure you won't see it much. As they say, this is the last of a dying breed.
It's got the see-through trunk, essentially. And from what I understand, these glass pieces move at certain speeds?
Yeah, so the whole car actually moves depending on what it needs for aerodynamics. So when it takes off, the car drops off, and when it slows down, sometimes these things pop up to slow the cars down. So this whole thing moves when it needs to.
Love it. Love it. Quite a car, man.
Yeah, this is a great one. This is a great one. This is the one, we'll put it like this, an oil change on this car was $2,300 to do an oil change.
Okay, a new battery costs how much?
The new battery was, installed was $1,800.
$1,800 for a battery.
Yeah, and we did it 3 times.
Okay, and if you want, since I don't change my batteries, to buy a new battery in like a Honda is how much?
In the store, about $100 maybe. How much is this new store? About $100 by
So $100 for a regular battery, $1,800. So 18 times the price of a regular battery.
Absolutely.
Is a battery for the Lamborghini.
Absolutely, battery for a Lamborghini, and you can install it yourself. So a lot of these times
you got to pay for the service on top of it.
You got to pay for the service on top of it, which is crazy. But Lambo does me well. Every time I bring the car in, they get me in, get me out. Like I know in the Ferrari, the battery is actually right under your front, where you put your feet for the passenger side. So we know how to get into that because sometimes we have to disconnect the battery depending on what market we're in. Because sometimes you have to disconnect the battery when you go to the car show and you bring them into a building. You have to disconnect the battery, or they want you to have a quarter tank of gas.
Aha, got it. What does it get, about 1 mile per gallon?
Not too much. Every time you start it up, it burns about, I swear, 10 gallons. But like I said, this is a beautiful car. Everything is damn near carbon on this car, and this is a quick bitch.